everybody, and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now, I'm feeling much better now, so yeah, let's get right into back making daily content for the channel. So yes, I'm a bit late to the party, so we're going to be making, so this is your Manchester United versus Real Sociedad preview for tomorrow night's game. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, for me, it's United's biggest game of the season, due to the fact that this game is crucial to Manchester United's season. And you might be asking, why is it crucial to United's season? Because if you don't know, that whoever tops the group in the Europa League misses out on the round of 32 game and proceeds to the round of 16. So what that means is that so whoever comes second place plays an extra game in the knockout stages, which is the round of 32. So the round of 32 is obviously other teams from the round of from other teams who have came second place, and as well as dropouts from Champions League. So for example, if United was to come second tomorrow night, so if United were to come second, we would be facing Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax, Sporting Lisbon. I think there's more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're the big names that come to my head. So don't forget that the knockout stages, it's a 2-game. Obviously, you got home and away. I mean, it's the knockout, so it's obviously done on away goals. Oh wait, no, it's not done on that anymore, is it? No, never mind. Ignore me. It's not done on that anymore. But obviously, if you win the game, and you proceed. But because of a World Cup happening in November, it's kind of crucial that United try and play as least amount of football as possible if it can be prevented. So for me, that's why it's our most crucial game of the season, because it can help out Ten Hag and the team massively. And when you think about the injury issues Man United have had recently with Martial, Van de Beek, Harry Maguire, the list goes on. Oh, Rafa Varane, that's another one. So the list goes on with injury players that United have had over recent times. And I feel like that if we top the group, which I think we will, if we top the group, then it will relieve massive pressure, because then we're not playing in the Europa League until late February, early March, because that's when the round of 16 normally starts. So that will really help out, because obviously we've got the Carabao Cup also coming up. That starts next week, as well as the FA Cup starting soon as well. That starts, I think, in January or maybe late December. So, excuse me, some water. But yeah, so like I've already said, I think this is United's biggest game of the season. Obviously, there'll be bigger games as the season goes on, but right now, at this stage, this is United's biggest game of the season that we have to face. So we're gonna just get into the preview like normal, but I just wanted to make that clear that this is a big game for Manchester United and Ten Hag. So yeah, Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad are they're a decent team. They're pretty much, it's a great example, the Spanish version of West Ham, where they don't concede much, but they don't score much. Now, right now, they have a bit of an injury crisis. I know Oyarzabal's out. I know that the Japanese lad, Kudu, I think he's called, I know he's out, and several other players are out for the game tomorrow night. Now, that could be done in United's favour because they're quite big players for Real Sociedad. But Antony's out for United, as well as Sancho and Lindelof. I think that's it. Martial's back, I know that, but I don't know if he'll play. But yeah, so United have their own injuries as well as Varane. So for me, it's gonna be a tough game, but
United have to win this by 2 goals because, and I'll tell you why. So Real Sociedad have better goal difference to United, but Real Sociedad beat us by 1 goal, which was the penalty in the last game. So because we're the last game now, it'll be gone down as a head-to-head. So United need to score more than 2 goals to, I think, beat the points to beat the goal difference or something, or the goals scored or something like that. And it works out that if United win 2-0, 3-1, 4-2, etc., then United proceed to go through. So we're going to have to attack. And like I said, Real Sociedad are a tough team to break down. But for some reason, I have this feeling that United are going to absolutely rip them off the park. I feel like we're going to dominate them. And from what I've seen against Chelsea and what I've seen against Spurs, if that United shows up with a lot of pressure, with relentless with relentless pressure, should I say, and forcing Real Sociedad to misplay passes and put them on the back foot, then I feel like United will comfortably win this. And we have to win this. And when you think about Ten Hag being a methodical manager the way he is, he expects perfection every single game. But he also knows he's also a realistic manager. So he wants the best of his team, but also knows the limitations of the team. So he's trying to coach the team the best way possible. And what's good about that is that Ten Hag is, obviously, as I've said many times, he's the perfect manager for United. But I just hope that we don't play the way we did against West Ham. Because if we play against West Ham, because like I've already said, Real Sociedad and West Ham are very similar teams where obviously they don't concede much, but they also don't score much. They set up on the counter-attack. Now, as I was saying, Real Sociedad obviously don't concede much and don't score much. I've just said that, but I just lost my train of thought. That's why I said it again. But with United, Ronaldo's got to step up. Now, I want to be positive for all United players. I don't care if Harry Maguire scores a hat-trick, if I don't even know, David De Gea scored a last-minute header to make it 2-0. I do not care. The players need to be aware, and I'm pretty sure they are, the players need to be aware that we need to score 2 goals. We need to score 2 more goals than them minimum. And how do I think Real Sociedad will set up? I think they'll be up for it as well, because it's their chance to top the group. We're at their stadium, it's in Spain, so they're going to be up for it as well. I feel like it is going to remind me of how the Villarreal situation went in the Europa League final that United faced a few years ago, where Villarreal scored first and then went on the defensive. And I feel like that Real Sociedad will do that. They'll try and score the first goal, then they know that United then have to score a minimum of 3 goals. So then they can just relax and set back and stop United from scoring. United need to be relentless from as soon as that whistle gets blown. So I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm really looking forward to the game. So yeah, but what else can we really talk about? We'll talk about a bit of transfer news actually, because we are linked with obviously Bellingham, João Felix, Bellingham. Oh, I just said Bellingham, but no. So Bellingham and João Felix, they are world-class players, very, very good talents. But, and I say but, both of them, between them, so each of them are going to cost a minimum of 80 million each. United cannot be going for these players, and the reason why I think this is because we need to build a squad. That's it. João Felix will go to a PSG. Jude Bellingham will go to a Real Madrid, a Man City, a Liverpool. A finished squad. But I mean, can you really say Liverpool are a finished squad anymore? They're a bit in a roller coaster stage at the moment where they're very up and down. So them type of players, them high profilic players, gonna go to big clubs. And that's where United are going to succeed, because it's normally City and Liverpool and Real Madrid taking players and develop them really well. And it's what United need to do. Now, we're looking in January. Ten Hag has made it clear that he's interested in a new goalkeeper. It looks like Diego Costa is interested in a new right back, and is interested in a forward, mainly a striker. So we're linked with Diego Costa as the goalkeeper, Jeremy Frimpong for the right back, and striker we're not sure of. It's being many names. It's Ivan Toney, it's Benjamin Sesko, it's Harry Kane, it's Cody Gakpo. The list goes on. It's Victor Osimhen. We've got loads of players we're linked to for the forward position. Now, for me, like I've just said, Ten Hag needs to build a squad. And right now, we need a team. And we're looking, and I hope we bring some players in January, because it will help out the squad a lot. As well as it shows that the club back Ten Hag. Now, would I sign players in January? Absolutely, 100%. But will the club do it? And that's the only downfall, because we know Arsenal are going to invest. We know that Liverpool are going to invest. We know that Chelsea are going to invest. So I'm probably even Newcastle are going to invest, because they didn't spend much in summer. So 4 teams that United challenge for top 4 are going to be spending. So I know United are low on funds, so we're going to have to do what we did with James Garner, where we outgo a few players, whether it's Donny van der Beek, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the list goes on. The reason we sold James Garner last season, or in the summer, sorry, was because we couldn't sell the players we wanted to sell. Your Brandon Williams, your Axel Tuanzebe, your Wan-Bissakas. That's why we sold James Garner, because we had many clubs interested in him and we needed to build funds. We could have got at least 30 million for James Garner, in my opinion, but we got 13 million for him, which was an absolute disgrace in my eyes. Now, I just think that we should sign in January regardless. So if we're getting rid of Deadwood, now's the time to do it. But the likes of Harry Maguire, the likes of Fred, the likes of Martial, these players who aren't really performing well, whether it's due to form or injuries, we can't sell. And it's not because, and it's mainly because most United players really as well, they're unsellable. It's like, I know we're going to have this issue in the summer. We're going to have players coming back on loan and not be bought from the clubs they're on loan from, because they can't afford the wages, and the players will refuse to lower the wages because they're on a good wage. It's like Alex Telles is going to come back from Sevilla, or Seville, should I say, and he's on, I think it's 80 something grand a week. Sevilla will probably be offering about 30 something. What would you rather? Would you rather earn 80 grand a week at Manchester United and not play, or play football and earn 30 grand a week? For me, you go for the 80 grand a week, but that's money talking to you. So this video I feel like United are going to get stuck with players, and it's going to be a never-ending cycle until their contracts run out. Now, I might be wrong, but I just think that United just need to back Ten Hag, find the funds, and invest in January, because this season, like I've said, tomorrow night's game is going to be our biggest game of the season so far. So Ten Hag needs all the help he can get. Whether it's one player they get bringing in January, 2, 3. You won't get 3 players in January. If he gets one player in January, great. It's an extra pair of legs. If he gets 2, then I'll be actually really over the moon with that. I don't care if they're shit and they're only brought in for rotation. The club are listening to Ten Hag and backing Ten Hag and bringing him in players that he needs or requests. So it shows that they're competent, really. And I hope that that does happen. Obviously, I still believe that the Glazers need to go out, need to leave, because 17 to 18 years of damage of what they've done is too much. That it can't be fixed. And that happens in life, where you leave something for a certain amount of time and then expect things to be okay. But when you realise, and you come to the realisation that when you try and fix things, it's too late. And it's frustrating for me, because the Glazers could have helped United out, but they haven't. They've been terrible owners. They need to get out. But if they invest and back Ten Hag, then you can't complain. But we will still challenge Glazers out. But anyway, my predicted 11 for tomorrow, I'm going to say, I think we're going to have to go strong. So I'm going to have to say De Gea, Dalot. Will they go for Maguire or Lindelof? I'm trying to think, do we have any like big physical players for Real Sociedad? I don't think so. So I'm going to go Lindelof. Oh, no, Lindelof's ill. Never mind. No, I'm going to have to go for Maguire. He's the only option. So yeah, Harry Maguire, Sandro Martinez. I will put Malacia in this game. Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, so I'd play Malacia over Shaw. I'd have Casemiro. I would have Fred. I'd have Eriksen. I would have Bruno on the right, Rashford on the left, Ronaldo in the middle. Now, I just want to talk a bit quickly about Bruno and Ronaldo, because there's this rumour or this theory that Bruno and Ronaldo can't play together. And I just want to... And this weekend's game is going to be very important to that, I think, because obviously Bruno's suspended. So we'll be able to see if Ronaldo's better without Bruno, because we've seen glimpses of Bruno being better without Ronaldo. So Bruno, for me, I love Bruno to pieces. I think he's a great player. I think he's really stepped up the last few months. And I just think that... excuse me. I feel like Bruno gets tangled with Ronaldo a lot. Because you see Ronaldo, because Bruno wants to hit a ball for Rashford, who gets in behind, makes the runs, and tries and makes a chance and tries and scores. Ronaldo drops really deep and like outside the edge of the box, and that's where Bruno wants to be. So then they get caught in between, and that's where I think Bruno and Ronaldo can't play together. So if I'm looking forward to seeing the Aston Villa game, because again, that's another must-win game, and it's one of them. Who who is better? Who's more significant not to be in the team? Is it Bruno or Ronaldo? For me, I feel like they should both play together regardless. I just feel like Bruno shouldn't play at the number 10. I've always said Bruno should either play deeper as a number 8, or I'd like to experiment him on the right wing where he can whip in crosses and give delivery to Cristiano Ronaldo. Because obviously you don't see Ronaldo dragging off to the right hand side. Obviously Antony's still injured. Well, had a knock, but he's staying in Carrington as well as Sancho. So we're going to have that right wing option free. So either he plays Elanga there, or he puts Bruno on the right hand side. So, or he does a formation change, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the team I'd go for. If we're relentless like we were against Spurs and relentless like we were with Chelsea for the first 30 minutes, I'm going to go 4-1 United. But yeah, apart from that, that's your preview for Real Sociedad versus Manchester United. I'm also live tonight on All for United at 10 PM. Obviously, this is going out on the 2nd of November, which is today. Let me double check. I don't know where my phone is. But yeah, thank you for watching. I don't know where my phone is. I'm recording on my phone. But anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. And yes, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.